What's going on, everybody? It's Game Unboxing Reviews here, and in today's video I'm of course going to be showing you guys how to make Shang-Chi from Marvel Comics using the LEGO DC Supervillains character customizer. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so to start off with, we're of course going to head into Appearance, Head, Preset Head this time, and you want to go with Adam Strange's head and of course this skin tone right here. Then once you've done that, you're going to back out of there, go into Hair, and you want to scroll all the way to the bottom until you find the floppy hairstyle in black. Nice. Now then, onto the body. So for the body, we're going to go for preset body, and you want to scroll all the way to the very bottom until you find Vibe's body in bright red. Now of course, Vibe is a DLC character, so you will need the TV Supervillains pack if you want to be able to make my very own version of Shang-Chi in this game. Anyway, once you've done that, you're of course going to back out of there. We're going to go into arms, both arms, and you want to scroll all the way to the very bottom until you find Mary's Shazam arms. And again, this is another DLC pack you'll need. You will need the Shazam pack if you want to be able to make this design. And for the color, we're just going to go ahead and match it with the skin tone. And you're also going to go ahead and do the same for both hands like this. For the hips, we're just going to make it bright red like that. And finally, for the legs, you want to scroll all the way to the very bottom until you find the movie version of Shazam's legs. And they should be red on default anyway, but just make sure. Nice. Now then, onto the effects. So we don't need a left-hand glow or a right-hand glow, but for the hit impact effects, we're going to turn that on. Make sure that you go with style 1, and for the color, we're of course going to go with black. And you're also going to do the same with the jump slam effects as well. So you're going to turn that on, make sure that you go with style 1, and for the color, we're going to go with black yet again, because as you can see here, it leaves less of an effect as possible. So it just looks a lot more realistic. Nice. Now then, onto the abilities. So for the tag button, this is completely optional, but in the comics, Shang-Chi did actually use pin particles on himself once, which I would love to see in the MCU someday. So you can add the grow ability if you want to. For the jump button, we're going to go to double tap X, double jump, turn that on, and we're going to go with jump style 3. And finally, of course, we're going to back out of there, head on into the action button. We don't need to add anything to tap square, but on hold square, we're going to scroll down to lunge. So you want to turn that on, and I would say probably go with lunge style 3. I think that one is really cool. Nice. Now then, onto the skills. So we don't need to add a grapple, technology, mind control, but we're definitely going to add acrobatics. We don't need telekinesis, but we are going to add wall climbing. And here's the thing about Shang-Chi's strength, because while he is a very strong character, he's not exactly as strong as, say, for example, the Hulk. So I am going to add smash walls, but we're going to leave super strength, just because that shows that he is a strong character, but he does still have his limits. Nice. Now then, onto the personality. So for the health icon, I'm just going to stick with red. For the health type, we're going to go with standard health. For the voice, just choose any male voice. For the speed, go with normal. For the target reticle, I would recommend going with the Flash. I think that one looks really cool and definitely suits Shang-Chi. And of course, for the animation, we're going to go with martial artist. Nice. Alright, cool. So we've done the appearance, the personality, the abilities. We don't need any weapons. So now all we need to do is fill in the basic information. So for the status, we'll put hero. For the affiliation, we'll put unknown. And then for the name, we're of course going to put Shang-Chi. Nice. Alright, cool. So now of course what we're going to do is drop Shang-Chi into the hub world and see just what he can do. And here he is. This is of course my custom made Shang-Chi from Marvel Comics, made in LEGO DC Supervillains. Let's just get a good look at him right here. Now I tried making many different versions of this specific character in this game, and some turned out good while others not so much. But in the end I decided to stick with Shang-Chi's more modern look, which is probably what they'll go with in the movie. And I personally think that it turned out looking extremely comic accurate. Now I don't know about you guys, but I am personally extremely excited about Marvel Studios' upcoming movie, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I mean, what a brilliant title for a film. And of course, it stars Simu Liu in the title role. And the enthusiasm that he has already expressed for this character on social media, in interviews, and during the Hall H panel at San Diego Comic-Con is really infectious. And I'm sure he's going to do a fantastic job in that role in this film. However, I have to be perfectly honest, because aside from the fact that I know Shang-Chi is obviously the undisputed master of Kung Fu, this is definitely still one of those characters that I know almost nothing more about. But that is exactly why I'm excited about his film, because it's movies like this and The Eternals that'll be really educational to people like myself, as they'll introduce us to new new characters that we'll grow to love, and showcase exciting new corners of the Marvel Universe that we never even knew existed, just like what Guardians of the Galaxy did back in 2014. Another reason why you should be excited about this film is because it is finally going to introduce the real Mandarin to the MCU, played this time of course by Tony Leung. And while I personally found Ben Kingsley as Trevor Slattery to be absolutely hilarious in Iron Man 3, I must admit that after watching the one-shot show All Hail the King, it definitely made me want to see a live-action take on the real version of the Mandarin more than ever, and I'm so glad to hear that we're finally going to see him in this film. It'll also be interesting to learn more about the Ten Rings itself, as that is something that of course dates all the way back to the birth of the MCU in Iron Man from 2008, and Marvel Studios have definitely been planting the seeds for the organization's return, what with the Ten Rings tattoos seen in All Hail the King and Ant-Man, which just goes to show that Marvel Studios never forget. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video, so I want to thank you all very much for watching. Stay tuned for lots more videos real soon, and as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.